Deadline day chaos. 13 Manchester United deals set to complete before 7 p.m. deadline. Welcome to Unite United News, your most trusted source for Manchester United transfer news. At Unite United News, we don't just report the headlines. We bring you inside the action as it unfolds. Today is one of the most dramatic deadline days in recent United history, with 13 different deals expected to be completed before the 7 p.m. cutoff time. Are you ready for the madness? Because what's about to unfold at Old Trafford makes for incredible reading. We have major exits confirmed, goalkeeper drama still unfolding, and youth players heading out on loan. This is the kind of deadline day that United fans will be talking about for years to come. From big money sales to last-minute loan deals, from World Cup winners to academy graduates, today has it all. Let's dive deep into every single deal and understand what it means for Manchester United's future. The big money exit. Antony heads to Spain. The biggest news of deadline day has already been confirmed. Antony is leaving Manchester United to join Real Betis in Spain. This represents a massive moment for both the player and the club, marking the end of what can only be described as a disappointing chapter at Old Trafford. The deal structure tells an interesting story about United's approach to player sales. Betis will pay a fixed fee of £21.6 million, with an additional £2.6 million in potential add-ons. But here's the clever part that shows United's business planning. They've kept a 50% sell-on clause for any profit made on future transfers. What does this mean in simple terms? If Betis sell Antony in the future for more than the £21.6 million they paid United, our club gets half of that extra profit. It's a smart way to protect against the possibility that Antony rediscovers his best form in Spain and becomes worth much more money. This sale represents both success and failure for United's transfer strategy. On one hand, they've managed to recoup a significant portion of what they originally paid for Antony. On the other hand, the fact that they're willing to sell him so soon after his arrival suggests the move never worked out as planned. For Antony himself, this move to Spain could be exactly what his career needs. Sometimes players need a fresh start in a different league to rediscover their confidence and ability. La Liga's style of play might suit his technical skills better than the physical demands of the Premier League. Hojlund's Italian adventure becomes official. Rasmus Hojlund's move to Napoli is now just a matter of paperwork and official announcements. The Danish striker will join the Italian club on a season-long loan that includes some fascinating conditions that could benefit United significantly. The deal structure shows how modern football transfers have become increasingly complex and strategic. United will receive £5.2 million as a loan fee, which provides immediate income for the club's books. But the really interesting part comes next summer. If Napoli qualify for the Champions League, they must buy Hojlund permanently for £38 million. This arrangement is brilliant for United because it removes the risk from the deal. If Hojlund performs well and helps Napoli reach the Champions League, United get a substantial fee and can feel confident they made the right decision to let him develop elsewhere. If he struggles or Napoli fail to qualify, he returns to Old Trafford having gained valuable experience in Serie A. The timing of this move is particularly intriguing because Napoli will face Manchester City in the Champions League later this month. Imagine the scenario. Hojlund could be playing against City, knowing that some of his former United teammates will be watching closely to see how he performs. For the young striker, this represents a crucial period in his development. Serie A is known for helping strikers develop their tactical understanding and finishing ability. If Hojlund can succeed in Italy, he could return to United as a much more complete player. The goalkeeper situation that's keeping everyone guessing. Perhaps the most dramatic story of deadline day involves United's pursuit of not one, but two different goalkeepers. Ruben Amorim clearly believes that upgrading this position is crucial for the team's success, and the club are working on multiple options simultaneously. Sen Lammens remains the primary target, and United made an improved offer over the weekend to try to secure his signature. The 23-year-old Belgian has been left out of Royal Antwerp's last two matchday squads, which suggests his current club are preparing for his departure. Antwerp want to cash in on their talented goalkeeper, and United hope to be the beneficiaries. But here's where it gets really interesting. United haven't yet agreed personal terms with Lammens, despite having a deal framework with his club. This kind of complication is exactly what makes deadline day so unpredictable. Everything can look set to happen, and then personal terms or medical issues can derail the entire deal. That's why United have been smart to pursue Emiliano Martinez as a backup option. According to Fabrizio Romano, United have actually agreed personal terms with the Argentine World Cup winner, showing just how serious they are about upgrading their goalkeeper position. Martinez being left out of Aston Villa's squad on Sunday night adds another layer of intrigue to this story. Why would Villa drop their star goalkeeper unless they were preparing for his potential departure? This suggests that United's interest is genuine and that Martinez himself wants the move to happen. The fact that Lamens also has an offer from Turkish side Galatasaray adds deadline pressure to United's pursuit. If they don't act quickly, they could lose their primary target to a club in a different league entirely. Jadon Sancho's uncertain future. The Jadon Sancho situation represents one of the most frustrating aspects of deadline day dealings. United want to sell the winger, clubs are interested in signing him, but the player himself seems reluctant to accept the moves on offer. Sancho has already turned down a move to Roma, despite United agreeing to a £20 million package with the Italian club. He also made it clear he didn't want to join Besiktas, showing that he's being selective about his next destination rather than simply accepting any offer. Aston Villa have now emerged as the latest club to express interest in Sancho. This could be interesting because Villa offer Premier League football and the chance to compete in European competitions, which might be more attractive to the player than moves to smaller leagues. But here's the reality that Sancho needs to face. If he doesn't agree to a move today, his options become much more limited. The main European leagues all close their transfer windows today, leaving only Saudi Arabia and Turkey as potential destinations for the next week. This situation highlights the complex psychology of modern transfers. Players have more power than ever before to control their destinies, but that power comes with responsibility. If Sancho keeps rejecting moves, he could find himself stuck in a situation that satisfies no one. Tyrell Malaysia's Spanish connection. Tyrell Malaysia's potential exit represents the kind of deadline day deal that often gets overlooked but could be important for everyone involved. The Dutch left-back has been working on a move to Spanish side Elche, and talks took place last week to explore the possibilities. The most likely scenario is a season-long loan, which would give Malaysia regular playing time while allowing United to keep control of his long-term future. However, a permanent sale hasn't been ruled out if Elche can arrange the necessary financing. What's interesting about Malaysia's situation is that several other clubs showed interest earlier in the window. Porto, Roma, and Lille all explored potential deals, but nothing materialized from those discussions. This shows how complicated modern transfers can be, with multiple parties involved and various factors affecting whether deals get completed. For Malaysia, regular playing time is crucial at this stage of his career. He needs to be on the pitch developing his game rather than sitting on United's bench waiting for occasional opportunities. Kobbie Mainoo staying put despite loan request. One of the most significant decisions United have made is to keep Kobbie Mainoo at the club despite his request for a loan move. The 20-year-old midfielder wanted to leave temporarily to get more regular playing time, but Ruben Amorim has been clear that he wants the young Englishman to stay and fight for his place. This decision reveals a lot about how United view Mainoo's development and their midfield options. The club clearly believe that training with world-class players every day and competing for places in United's first team will benefit Mainoo more than getting regular games at a smaller club. There's plenty of interest from across Europe in signing Mainoo on loan, which shows how highly other clubs rate his potential. But United's decision to keep him suggests they see him as too valuable to let go, even temporarily. This creates an interesting situation for both the player and the club. Mainoo will need to accept his current role and work harder to earn more playing time. United, meanwhile, must ensure they find ways to give him enough opportunities to continue his development. The fact that United are already short of viable options in central midfield makes their decision to keep Mainoo even more understandable. Losing him, even on loan, would leave them with even fewer choices in an important area of the pitch. Youth movements, the future stars heading out. While the senior transfers grab most of the headlines, United's academy players are also experiencing deadline day drama. Several promising youngsters are set to move out on loan deals that could be crucial for their development. Harry Amass is close to joining Sheffield Wednesday on a season-long loan. The young defender is highly rated within United's academy system, and a season of regular championship football could be exactly what he needs to develop his game. Ethan Ennis faces an interesting choice between Plymouth Argyle and Fleetwood Town. Both clubs offer different opportunities and challenges, and his decision could significantly impact his development trajectory. The permanent exits of Zachary Bauman and Sam Mather represent the harsh reality of academy football. Not every young player can make it at a club like United, and sometimes the best option is to find opportunities elsewhere to build professional careers. United are also open to offers for Reece Bennett and Gabriel Biancheri, though there are no guarantees these deals will happen. Deadline day youth moves often depend on last-minute decisions by clubs looking to strengthen their squads. The financial impact of deadline day deals. All these transfers have significant financial implications for Manchester United. The Antony sale alone brings in over £20 million, while the Hojlund loan provides immediate income with the potential for much more next summer. These sales help United balance their books and create room for new signings, both in terms of transfer fees and wage budgets. Modern football requires careful financial management, and deadline day often provides opportunities to improve the club's financial position. The goalkeeper signings, if they happen, would represent significant investments in a position United clearly believe needs upgrading. Whether it's Lamens or Martinez, United are prepared to spend substantial money to solve their goalkeeping concerns. The retention of Mainoo, despite his loan request, also has financial implications. Keeping a valuable young player protects United's investment in his development and maintains their control over his future career. What this means for Amorim's squad planning. All these deadline day movements will significantly affect Ruben Amorim's squad planning for the season ahead. Losing Antony and Hojlund removes attacking options but also frees up space for other players to step forward. The potential goalkeeper signing represents exactly the kind of immediate upgrade that can transform a team's defensive stability. Whether it's Lamens or Martinez, Amorim will have a new option in a position where he clearly felt change was necessary. Keeping Mainoo despite the player's concerns shows Amorim's confidence in the young midfielder's potential. The Portuguese manager clearly believes Mainoo can develop into an important player for United, even if the path isn't immediately obvious. The youth loan moves reflect modern squad management, where young players are carefully placed in environments where they can develop their games while remaining part of United's long-term plans. The psychology of deadline day. Deadline day creates unique psychological pressures for everyone involved in football transfers. Players face career-defining decisions with limited time to consider their options. Clubs must balance immediate needs with long-term planning while operating under intense time pressure. For United, the challenge is completing deals that improve the squad while maintaining the flexibility to adapt if circumstances change. The pursuit of two different goalkeepers shows this kind of strategic thinking in action. Players like Sancho face the difficult reality that rejecting moves could leave them with limited options. The psychology of choice becomes crucial when time is running out and opportunities are disappearing. Young players moving out on loan experience their own pressures, knowing that their performances at new clubs could determine their entire career trajectories. These moves represent both opportunities and risks. The broader transfer strategy. These deadline day deals reveal United's broader transfer strategy under new management. The club is willing to sell players who haven't worked out while investing in positions where they believe improvement is needed. The retention of promising young players like Mainoo shows commitment to developing talent from within. The loan moves for academy players demonstrate a structured approach to youth development that extends beyond the first team. The pursuit of experienced goalkeepers shows pragmatic thinking about immediate needs. United aren't just thinking about the future. They want to solve current problems that could affect their competitive prospects. Fan expectations and reality. United fans naturally want to see exciting new signings who can immediately improve the team. The goalkeeper pursuit generates excitement because it addresses an obvious area of concern. However, fans should also appreciate the complexity of completing multiple deals on deadline day. The Antony sale and Hojlund loan both make financial and sporting sense, even if they don't generate the same excitement as new arrivals. The decision to keep Mainu despite his loan request might frustrate some fans who want to see young players getting regular football. But it also shows the club's commitment to developing their own talent rather than simply buying solutions. Looking beyond today, whatever happens before the 7 p.m. deadline, United's real work begins when the window closes and focus returns to actual football. The players who remain, whether new signings or existing squad members, will need to work together to achieve the club's goals. The young players heading out on loan will need to prove themselves at their new clubs while staying connected to United's development plans. Their success or failure could determine their long-term futures at Old Trafford. The financial benefits of today's sales will provide resources for future transfer windows, showing how deadline day deals can have impacts far beyond the immediate season. The final hours drama. As we write this, the final hours of the transfer window are approaching, and anything could still happen. United's pursuit of a goalkeeper continues, with 2 different deals possible, depending on how negotiations develop. The Sancho situation remains unresolved, with the player still considering his options while time runs out. Villa's late interest adds another possibility to an already complex situation. Youth deals often get completed in the final hours as clubs scramble to strengthen their squads before the deadline. Several United youngsters could still complete moves today. International windows and extended deadlines. While the European transfer window closes today, United still have options for some player exits. The Saudi Arabian and Turkish windows remain open for another week, providing additional opportunities to move players who don't find homes in European leagues. This extended period could be crucial for players like Sancho if they don't agree to moves today. Sometimes the threat of missing the main European deadline encourages players to be more flexible about their next destinations. These alternative markets have become increasingly important in modern football, providing options for players and clubs when traditional European moves don't materialize. Conclusion. A deadline day to remember. Today represents one of the most active deadline days in Manchester United's recent history, with 13 different deals expected to be completed before the window closes. From major sales to youth loans, from goalkeeper pursuits to difficult decisions about keeping young players, every aspect of modern transfer strategy is on display. The Antony sale and Hojlund loan generate immediate financial benefits while providing opportunities for both players to rediscover their best form elsewhere. The goalkeeper pursuit shows United's commitment to immediate improvement in a crucial position. Most importantly, these deals show that United remain ambitious and strategic in their approach to squad building. Whether bringing in new players or carefully managing exits, every decision is made with both short-term needs and long-term planning in mind. At Unite United News, we'll be following every development throughout this dramatic deadline day. We're your trusted source for honest analysis, breaking news, and the passionate coverage that keeps our United community informed and engaged. Keep refreshing our pages for live updates as these deals get completed. This is exactly the kind of deadline day that makes supporting Manchester United such an exciting experience. Whatever happens in the final hours, we'll be here to break it down and help you understand what it means for our beloved club. Remember, at Unite United News, we're not just reporting the news, we're building a community of informed, passionate United supporters who understand what it really means to support this great club. Stay with us for every twist and turn of this incredible deadline day story.